action.
The Bulls.
Yeah, man.
Welcome back, man.
Bring us some sleep, do you think?
Listen, man, it's nothing to bring in. You see where we at right now? We back at it where it all began. Cooking up the combo in the kitchen. You dig? Podcastbols is back at it. Sleeves in the building. You know what I'm saying? Got my man in the middle. Stop all day long. AKA Brother Byron. You dig? And my man over here. Can it be the one and only Skizzy Tyree over here? Brother Ty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is what we do, man. Yeah. Bring my boys in. Got my man Mighty Dread in the back doing some shit. We don't even never know what the hell he's doing, but it's going on right now.
Not to mention the free dog noises.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a bonus.
And welcome into it, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It feels good to be back.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? All marbled out.
We typically do this show on a Saturday, but it's good that we didn't because we got a chance to. I don't know if you guys got to watch the fight, but you at least heard about what happened, the heavyweight title fight, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. I was just telling you that I put some money on Tyson. I also put money on Deontay to win by knockout. Of course, but Tyson's paid out, and I thought he was going to win prior to the fight. Once I saw the weigh-in and he came in at 273, that gave me doubt because he said he was going to walk him down and whoop his ass and like out-punch him, like beat him physically. When
Fury came in at 273?
Yeah, when in the last fight he did outbox him and he came in at 256. So I was under the impression that he was full of shit, he didn't train and he might be in trouble, but I'll be damned. He stuck to his word. And it's rare in boxing that somebody will say, I'm going to do XYZ. And they go out, and XYZ is their actual game plan.
Yeah, stick to it.
And he also didn't look like he's always like a huskier fighter. Yeah. He didn't look real flabby though.
No.
So he came in
he is
like
6'9". Everybody always throws that out, but
solid 273.
But yeah, he really brought it to Deontay Wilder. Like between him punching his ass in the face, he did some decent body work in that fight too that goes underappreciated. And him leaning on him, like putting all two legs. He was leaning on him. He was leaning on him so bad the ref took a point. He could have did more potentially if, you're about that one way or the other. But yeah, he drained him. By the round 3, I was telling Sleeves, he looked like how you used to look on Fight Night right before they knocked you out when you're in that dream sequence and all you hear is your heartbeat. That's how Tyson Fury looked from round 3 on. And Tyson Fury really, that's how Wilder looked. And Tyson Fury just beat his ass, man.
Well, like you said, in the first fight, he outboxed
him.
Wilder came through with the he's got the power punch.
When you have
that secret weapon.
I don't like when people say he's the hardest puncher in the history of boxing because you're really underappreciating the history of boxing. I could give you names all day, but he's among the hardest puncher that ever lived, mainly because he's crude in terms of his skills, but yet he always had that one equalizer where he could take you down.
That's what I was going to say. At any moment.
Correct.
Even when the tank is on E, he still can summon that strength.
Like he was getting outboxed against Luis Ortiz in the fight previous to this,
and then he broke it out.
Him with a right and game over.
That's what it is.
And most cases when you have guys that just have cinder blocks in their hands, things like defense, things like cardiovascular become their Achilles heel because they know that they got the equalizer. It don't matter what happened. If I'm standing up in round 12, I catch him with this like he did in the last fight, I got a potential chance to knock him out. But
he should have better prepared because he knew from prior experience that he could hit Tyson Fury with that punch. And there's a chance that Fury going to get up. So if anything, he had to go back and work on some more technical skills and come to this fight a more technical boxer, but he did.
And that's a good segue to my next point because he pretty much disowned the guy that threw in the towel. The ref only stopped it because the towel was thrown in. It was only a matter of time. He wasn't going to last long. But the dude that threw in the towel, one of his assistant trainers, fellow by the name of Mark Breland. I don't know if you guys know who Mark Breland is, but he might be the most accomplished amateur boxer in American history. Gold medal in '84. I believe his amateur record was 110-1.
Wow.
Right, at welterweight. And this was a time, you got your Pernell Whitaker, your Metro Telly, like fighters, and he was, supreme above all else. This is his assistant trainer right now. So if there's anybody capable of teaching you the technical side of boxing, you would think is somebody who had such a stellar amateur background. But like I said, if that power's your crutch, it can also, be the thing that hurts you because I'm not listening to you because I know what I can do with this. And you become a victim of your own talent. Yeah. And it kind of looks like that. Wilder, he wants the rematch.
Oh, it's going to happen. It's got to be a 3.
So it doesn't have to happen immediately. It's going to happen immediately based on what Wilder's saying. Like the idea now is that it's probably going to happen probably July, August, September, somewhere around there. But if I'm Wilder's camp, I'm talking him out of that. I'm talking him out of that because I would like to learn him a few things and get him back in the ring against somebody less capable and let him show what he learned, and then go against Fury again because
and maybe I don't wear that outfit before he comes into.
That's his spectacle, and that's part of his intimidation factor.
But he's using it as an excuse now.
Exactly.
And I didn't mention that.
Shit.
That's one of the things he's saying is the big reason why he lost. And if that is the case, you're a bigger asshole for not trying it out prior to.
I'm not trying to hear that shit.
$1 million. But I mean, it's just right now he's just making excuses.
Yeah, which is ugly.
Face because a 50-pound outfit that you wear for a minute, 2 minutes walking into the ring should not drain you of all.
Especially when you're a man that big. And that size,
especially when you're a heavyweight
and you've been training,
champion fighter. Like no,
that's man, you've been carrying. You supposed
other
to be
dude got chicks carried him in. Like, his tank was on fuel, full. Like he was all green, 100%.
He was running on fuel and
exactly. And here you got Dre. He looked like if Game of Thrones was like all black. That's what the night looked like with Deontay Wilder. But it was entertaining. It was a crazy exhibition because I'm not the hugest Tyson Fury fan either, but I mean he's showing improving. There's not a heavyweight in the game right now that I wouldn't take him over. So
right now Tyson Fury has the story, the comeback. He's a comeback kid right now. Had drug abuse and all that other stuff in the background. He comes back, he battles a champion, gets knocked down by the hardest hitter in boxing, survives it, the first person to.
One of yes,
you know what I mean. Get back up, comes, fights again, wins. And also plays the role of people's champ.
Right. And he took his O away. Like, fighters, like Floyd Mayweather, for instance, like, he would rather die than lose that O. And Deontay Wilder had that. And that means something. There's probably a substantial extra payday that you get due to that O. And now he don't have that no more. So
I mean, but his corner had his best interest in mind.
They did the right thing.
Yeah.
The right thing because he was just going to keep getting his ass whooped. Like, I get that you rely on that right and you think above all else, but he was going to make it ugly. Like, you're looking at brain.
It's better to take that TKO than to really be knocked out on your face.
Or like long-term damage, anything, man. Like, fighters getting comas, brain damage, like, that shit happens. Like, fighters have died or all type of vegetative state. Like,
next
these
day,
are all real scenarios.
That night,
Over weeks, like, just no. Mark Brewer did the right thing, and not to mention, like I said, because you're dealing with somebody with such an impressive resume. Like I'm thinking that it's just that initial feeling that he has. At some point, he's going to come to his senses and realize that you need somebody like that in his corner. But that remains to be seen.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll be watching the replay.
Yeah, it was entertaining, man. Like,
I meant to watch it live. I fell asleep.
I was at Valley Forge Casino watching
next day.
I'm not a fan of that place, man. It was like just a smoke-filled, people everywhere. Plus, they got humans on roulette, and I'm a computer roulette guy, so it didn't work for me.
Fair enough.
That's just my take.
What's up, Speaks?
Yeah. So what's next, Sleeves? Because you sent us some stuff, man. I mean, but go ahead. What?
Yeah, let's just get to the nitty. You guys want to talk about guys fighting, or you want to talk about some real shit going on, like how you have a son, and now he's turning into a girl, huh? You want to talk about real shit, huh? Let's get into it. Dwayne Wade, his whole situation with his you was born a son. I'm gonna call you son. All right.
Don't be that guy, Wayne.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't be that guy.
Oh, I guess I'm gonna be that guy because I am that fucking guy, Tyree. So let's have it. You stay over there in that bullshit corner.
I mean, I'm the guy with no kids, so maybe I would have a dog in the fight.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I have a son actually. Let me go ahead and address it.
Go
from the rip. He has one. Actually, his son is older. So, you want this one? You want to start?
No,
I mean,
we all talk. Yeah. Everybody,
Yeah. So anyway, we all know about the D Wade situation. And listen, from the rip, if your son is saying that he's going to be gay at 12, where I'm from, I don't believe that yet. But we've discussed that before. Right. So we're not going to go hit that point. That's enough for me as a father to have to swallow. But you're going to be a boy and you're going to be gay. All right? And that's where it just goes. Like, you're a young man and you're just going to be gay. That's cool. I'm going to let you walk in that and figure that out because you're 12. I'm going to let you figure it out 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And when you're grown, if you decide you're still on that and maybe want to go into something else, you're an adult. You can make that decision. But at 12, you can suck my dick. I'm slapping you upside your fucking head. All right, you come in my house talking about you want to change your name.
Suck my dick, son.
You know what I'm saying?
Talking that bullshit.
Talking that bullshit. Take you over my knee. All right, because it's about time for you to get took over your fucking knee. If you want to talk about now, you want to cross dress and do all this extra shit at 12. You don't know shit. All right, at fucking 12. So you ain't telling me that bullshit. And the floor is yours, gentlemen. That's all. Go right.
Well, I would say, I don't know if you can beat the gay out of me.
We know that you can. We know for a fact you can.
I mean, it's 2020. Who knows? I don't know. You know, right.
We know he'll try. That much we know for a fact. Anyway,
it won't be an experiment.
This is a pain, man. All love the D-Wade, whatever you got going on. But yeah, nah. This mine. In my house, nah. Fuck me.
Now, how I feel about this, right? Look, your son, your family, you guys are going to handle it the way you're going to handle it. You know what I mean? That's for y'all to deal with on you guys' terms. Me, what I don't like about the situation is that they're making it public, because this is a 12-year-old little boy, 12-year-old little girl, whichever term you want to use for this child, whichever one they want to use, I guess. I don't like it being public. I think this is something that should be private. He's so young right now. I don't feel like, to what you're saying, as a 12-year-old, I don't feel like these are the kind of decisions that you should be making at this point in time. And I know people will say, well, hey, when you were 12, didn't you know that you like girls? And I know, yeah, absolutely. I know I like
you
girls.
asked this question yourself.
Right. It's like, I like girls. Little girls, oh yeah, I know I like boys. Right. Well, why can't young Zion know that he wants to be Zaya at this point? You know what I mean? My thing is that this is a big decision to make. And it could have long-lasting, long-term effects on him or her for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. And realistically, honestly, like, if you want to keep it all the way funky, you always question a 12-year-old's judgment about anything. I mean, your frontal lobe is responsible for decision-making and sexual choices and personality development. And at 12, it is nowhere near fully developed. That doesn't even happen until your late 20s. So realistically, you should be questioning young people's judgment about a lot of stuff until they're at least 30 years old. So, you know, I mean, it's like, for real. Like,
I mean, if you, to that point, we do. Like, anytime a kid makes a decision, like, you're going to.
But when it comes to this, questioning it isn't really allowed or understood. People get upset about it, and they're like, oh, no. He knows what he's talking about. You can't question it. You got to be understanding. Love is love. This is their choice to make. But it's like, nah, but these are juveniles. These are children. And this type of decision, the issue that people have with it is that it's not normal. It goes against the grain. It goes against the norm. I know people are attempting to normalize it now,
it's because, like,
and that's what they want. They want that acceptance.
It's more normal in 2020 than 2010, 2000, and 1980.
Right. But it's still not normal because most people aren't that way. Most people don't view it that way. So you're always going to get some pushback. And I think people in that LGBTQ community, I guess that's part of it. They're going to have to understand and learn to tolerate themselves, because you're going to have to be a little more patient for people to come around and maybe see things your way, if they ever do. And that's a person's prerogative as well. They don't have to see it your way. You know what I mean? I mean, you may hope that they do at some point in time someday, but they don't have to. And that's their prerogative.
And that's kind of, to me, D-Wade's whole take. Like, And to your point, you guys both, even Sleeves, agree when you said this. Like, he's not telling you this is how you should raise your son.
Yeah.
He's telling you
That's how
that
I'm raising mine.
my family made this decision to support him. And I think it's dope that he's doing it in the public eye, because you don't know how many 12-year-olds are facing the same point in their lives, and they got family all like Sleeves. And maybe hearing somebody like D. Wade do this with his family is opening them up to have a conversation about it. I'm not saying that you're ever going to convince Sleeves that this is the right way to go about life. I'm not saying that it is.
Because I got examples.
I'm not that person to judge one way or the other. But if this is the path that they're going in, I think it's a great example of growth in D. Wade that you see him at least trying to support. Like, it can't be easy for him. Like, it wouldn't be easy for any of us to be in that shoe. Like, because we all have friends like him.
Well, also, it can't be easy for D. Wade because you're talking about a champion caliber athlete here,
right.
Hall of Famer, and I'm sure somewhere in
and his older son is showing that path. Like, there's no reason for him, cats like him and LeBron James, they're like almost written into the NBA. They're almost written into the Duke Kentuckys of the world.
Listen, man.
Like, just based on DNA.
Man. Listen. All the nice shit and all the bullshit, man. This is the bottom line. Y'all can kill all that PC shit. Everybody want to be PC. I'm from the old school, and the old school is this shit. Your ass ain't grown to make grown enough decisions, so fuck out of here. Ain't nobody trying to hear if you don't even know if you're really gay yet. There are still, like, real shit. You just was talking about all that, but I also have examples of people that were fucking saying they were gay, and by 16, 17, now they trying and got some girl, and now they back on women. You get what I'm saying? You don't even know, like you said, you don't know where your shit is even going to be at. And at 12, all I'm saying is you can say that you might feel like you like boys. Cool, B. Cool. All right, I got that. But you're not going to come in here and start talking about, I didn't seen you been raised, I held you in my hands with a penis. You're not about to tell me we called you and named you from God, Zion. I'm not changing your fucking name. You want to do that?
Once he said from God, that just calls all bets off now. It's like,
well, there's some religious aspects of that.
Now, so it can't be changed now. We done brought the G word in.
But it ain't religious. That's just my spiritual being. That's period. This ain't got shit to do with religion. This spiritually, for me, all right, you decided, we're created, all right? And you're created a certain way, initially. So, if you decide that you want to go against that on your free will, you do that when you're freely fucking grown. Not at 12. Period. And that's it.
I think that one of the problems that people have, and to your point, with certain kids like that, like Dwayne Wade's son, is it that they have too much liberty, too much freedom to come and make these choices?
Let me ask you this real quick while you say that too. Now, with all that, like what we talked about, and this is just, like I said, once again, like, shout out to him, this is how you raising a kid. This is just debate and everything. But with that, I felt like it was inappropriate. I felt like a child that's 12 or 11, I think it was last year we talked about it, when he went to the parade with the kid. Like, dog. Like, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's something grown and the whole nine. Like, I don't need no... Yo, you 12.
Like a gay pride parade?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, is he?
If he was a Sixers
no,
fan,
dog, you don't know. You don't know yet.
Parade.
Dog,
he know enough to know that he want to go to a gay pride parade. And okay, even if it is, what are like the ramifications?
What I'm saying is that's just too much for a kid. No, dog, that's too much for a fucking kid at 12 years old telling me I want to go to 11 years old telling me I want to go to a gay bar. Chill the fuck out. Like, I
think it'd be like mad debauchery or something.
Let's just say hypothetically.
I can see not hypothetically any kids.
Your 12-year-old kid.
He ain't fucking going nowhere.
To Hooters.
Nah. Nigga, at 16, I'm gonna take your ass to see them titties. All right?
Okay, at 16. All right, your kid wanted to go to a gay pride parade.
All right, then fine. Yes.
Okay,
you're fucking older.
I'm talking about age.
Yes, dog. Just a little bit more mature with your shit.
At 16 is really, you probably couldn't stop him if you wanted to go anyway.
That's all. I'm just saying, for me,
I mean, hell,
we all know 11 and 12, though. We knew certain things, but other certain things. But
in 2020, you really can't stop a 12-year-old if they want to run out and go. Like, if it's that important.
That's just where I'm at, and maybe that could be a growth for me. But
my 12-year-old can't just go out of the house.
No, hell no.
Going tracking their phone and seeing where they're at.
Absolutely.
FaceTime.
This is all about how you raise them and all the things you do. And I'm just trying to do my best to be devil's advocate to you, see, because you are locked into your stance, and I'm kind of flexible on it. Like I could go. My whole stance is, who the fuck knows, man? Like I heard a quote not too long ago, and it made a lot of sense to me. Like life is a journey, and the map is written by a fool. Like we have no idea what we're supposed to be, where we're supposed to be in life. It makes a lot of sense that based on how we were raised, that the idea of a boy saying that, okay, starting today, 12 years old and 280 days, you're going to refer to me as Zaya, and I'm going to be a girl for indefinite. That doesn't comprehend in the life that we were raised in. But to this 12-year-old, for whatever reason, it makes all the sense in the world to them. Now it's up to D Wade to either A, put his fist down and say, no, this is how I'm gonna raise you. You're gonna do X, Y, Z because this is how it's supposed to be. Or to just have that, let's see where it goes. I'm gonna make sure you're safe. I'm gonna make sure you know everything that you need to know. And I'm just gonna follow you on this path and see where it goes.
See, now that's a good question. And it's funny because it brings back to what Sleaze was saying. He was like, essentially saying, what happened to just being gay?
Right.
Yeah. Like,
we done skipped over all of that, dog. Right. That's so, enough right there, dog.
Is it simply
you're doing too much?
It's an acceptable option?
Yeah,
now?
like, no.
Is that why people choose it? Like, are these kids do they really feel like girls trapped in boys' bodies, boys trapped in girls' bodies?
In the absence of transsexuality, would they just be gay?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Because it's shit like a bag now, dog. It's shit like a bag.
That's what I'm saying.
It's shit like putting on some suspenders or some old wild shit.
And what exactly does it mean for a 12-year-old to want to be a transsexual? Like, clearly there's going to maybe hormones, but I don't think we got years before they go into augmentation.
Let me explain something to you.
4 years from now, they're still on that path. Maybe they'll discuss it then.
It's a different type of 11 and 12-year-old. To his point, what he was saying. This ain't, what is it, a Freeman, a Roosevelt, 11, 12-year-old in the mix.
No, right, this is a 12-year-old with outstanding privilege.
Around people with outstanding privilege and weird shit. They into.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit gets just thrown the fuck in, dog. Like, nah, dog, that's the whole underbelly of the whole situation right there, dog. Like, but I'm not gonna go there. That's another time, another place for some other shit that I got on my mind with that one.
I mean, why not now?
Listen, just hypothetically speaking, this is all hypothetical. I don't want no beef. All right? Listen, let's just say young Zion walked in on something he wasn't supposed to say. And you already know where I'm going with this.
So what you're saying that this transition is a direct result of some type of psychological trauma he suffered, something he saw scarred him mentally. And
we don't know what goes on in them hills, dog.
Hey, I hate whatever. Possibly. It could possibly.
Correct. We don't know.
He can play devil's advocate from that side, right? From the, So I could come from the motherfucking conspiracy side.
What if he walked in on like heterosexual sex?
It was like, ew.
What if? We spinning these yards? We have no idea. Y'all nasty. Yeah. How back in the bun? The fuck? I mean, you just don't know. Like, you're right.
That's what it is?
No, right for that.
We off that, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Do you chime in however you feel, man. It's just one of them, man.
So, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Live your life, man. Salute, definitely.
Family they got to take care of. They got their own shit. Yeah. Like I said, to wrap it up, I just didn't like it being public. Mm-hmm. I think that the kid's a minor. He should have kept that in-house. All the negative attention that he's going to have drawn to himself now. I'm like,
see, you guys brought up an interesting point, like that whole if transsexuality wasn't, I don't want to say in vogue, but it is
in vogue though.
Now, would he even go down that path? That's not a question you can answer, but to your point about it not being public or not, I still stand on the fact that like there might be kids like, I get
it, and now they want to look to them,
gun to the head, like, you know what I mean, like bullied and suicide and that type of shit. Like, if them doing that gives that kid that's down in the dumps any type of inspiration, then it was worth them doing it.
Facts. But like I said,
I think most heterosexual
when you're an adult
aren't fans of that.
Not at 12.
They want their kids
Oh yeah, no, I think everybody with kids is thinking like that's good for him.
Right.
I don't want that shit at my doorstep at all.
How could you not feel? I mean,
That's just that's just a human.
Yeah, true. This.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Wait, so I don't know if you guys have something else. That shit that Tommy sent, these fucking incenses.
Yeah.
What the hell? What the hell?
Listen, man.
That's a real thing?
Yeah, listen, man. I need some of that Badu. You know what I'm saying?
And shout out to B Mac, Bernie Mac, because I read an article that she calling them Badussy.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Badussy.
Yeah. Everybody remember that from the Players Club, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, Chicago. Yeah.
Like Badussy.
So, what was the story? She just put these vagina scented incense.
Made some incense burnt. So she burnt her underwear, and the ashes are used to make the incense. So the incense smells like, or has the essence of vagina.
Hold up, man. You gotta cut to the strong J cut.
I know. As soon as you hear
The
that,
essence.
as soon as you hear that shit,
Of
right?
sex. You know what I'm saying? All day. You know what I'm
Marvelous. That shit through the panties, this freak ass.
Yo.
So yeah, I mean, I guess that's going to be the new wave because Gwyneth Paltrow had a candle. I guess the candle was scented vagina scented candle.
Don't nobody want no Paltrow.
I remember
pussy.
her having like these like vagina balls that they would put up there. They like cleanse, but there was this whole medical report about how that was like not advisable.
Listen, man, ain't nobody want no Paltrow poos. All right, that Badu is the Badussy. All right, she done. Listen, man, it's proven that coochie is infamous, b. It done hooked dumb yams is serious. You dig? It done hooked Common. Had the nigga wearing what? Crochet sweaters. You know what I'm saying? And all types of knitted hats. You know what I'm saying? Dre 3 stacks.
Even in the
You know what I'm
article
saying?
that I was reading, she said, and I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like they say my pussy changed lives. Like,
It has.
her words. Like,
It's factual. It's factual. Do the math. 3 stacks.
ain't no way that bitch ain't crazy.
Before,
way.
and hey, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Common, Crochet, he had to come back. It took a couple years to get it all the way back. You know what I'm saying? Jay Electronica still ain't dropped the album. Been all of them guts, still ain't dropped nothing. Lost out of sauce with it. The DOC, she made the nigga lose his voice.
I ain't even know.
No, there's several untruths right there.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Just
It
men.
was several,
Fucking
it
men.
was several jokes, man.
But I didn't even know she messed with him until I read that article. It's like, wow.
Who's the first one? They're both from Texas. I
You know
mean,
what I'm
That makes
saying?
sense.
Several
But wait,
jokes,
you
man.
say he's the first one, but her oldest son was Stacks.
no, I think her first child is with DOC.
Don't give me the line about the
I
pilgrim
feel like
to the
that's
kids,
an
but
article I
you know what I'm
saw.
saying? Listen,
I can
man.
find it.
Badu is awesome, man. Shout out to Erica, man. Fact.
I mean, hell, if you're gonna make a profit off of that, then more power to you.
I mean, I'm not paying money for no.
But why would you?
Yeah, right. Like,
But that's people out there that's into those type of different fetishes and those different type of
Yeah.
things, and go ahead. It's a market for. Listen, man, this is proof that if you can't put your mind together with something and try to
Right.
sell it and make some money in this era, you're a fool. There's no way.
There are opportunities.
You know what I'm saying?
Nothing
Everywhere.
else.
You know what I'm saying?
that's
She burnt up her drawers, and it's selling for $50 a wop, and them joints are sold out already. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Definitely. You know what I mean? Window seating.
that's
dig it?
the topic is cool because talking about everybody and relationships that she's had with these other artists. But I like to segue into relationships, thruples
All day long.
in particular. I was unaware of the term thruples.
What's your throuple?
Well, my cousins came up from Atlanta, right?
Talk to him.
It figures that he told me these in the A.
Exactly.
So,
Because the
when he
ratio,
told me, he mentioned this, I was like, "What's a throuple?"
the
So-
ratio crazy out there.
So a throuple is when 3 people are in a, I guess, monogamous relationship.
A three-piece relationship.
But it's a relationship, like
You know what I mean?
same kind of relationship
Look at your face,
you
man.
might
You know what I
have
mean,
with
man?
another singular individual.
So
And that's-
you would be down for this with like a chick and another dude?
No,
I knew your
dickhead.
face.
No, dickhead. not
Everything about his face changed when I said that shit, yo. Yeah. No, say to me, nigga, how would you even?
Damn. What's my groove all right?
I'm saying absolutely not.
So what it is there are three people that are all being faithful to each other, but according to the article I read, you know, I haven't experienced this.
I read it as well. I like the breakdown.
According to the article I read, typically, and this isn't surprising, typically it'll be a man and a woman. They'll be in a relationship, and then they want to add a third partner, which is usually a woman. You know what I mean? And then each partner plays a certain role in the relationship, but they're all equal. But my thing is like, how equal can they each truly be? Like, how equal are you actually if you are the third party, the third member to join? Like,
you are not the third party. You're the new addition.
The new addition.
And if you're the
freak ass Nick Ashford over here with blue eye contact.
So listen, you don't want to hear from these niggas over here, man. You want to hear from a nigga who thinks outside the box. Wow. You dig what I'm telling you? Listen here, it can work if y'all all on the same accord. You got to be on one accord. 3, the hard way. You dig? You know what I mean? Continue. You know what I mean?
I feel like I need a shower just hearing him say that shit.
So I guess the upsides of it are supposed to be that you now have 3 people that all have.
My ass, man. Are you kidding me?
Well, there's 3 people in this relationship now, and you all have a shared or common interest in certain things. So I guess you have more things to talk about, to discuss. Now there's a third person involved when you go out on dates. I guess even financially, you have a third person to contribute to the household.
Exactly. Now we chilling. Everybody chip in.
I got enough problems asking one motherfucker what they want to eat.
That's what I was
That's you, man. Multitask.
Like,
nigga. It's a part of life.
But there are going to be some issues.
African kings have hundreds of wives, nigga. You better
That's
go
because
back. You know what I'm saying?
They would tell them what they having for dinner that day. Hey man, what you doing over there? What you doing over there?
I'm tapping, man. Here, you want something?
No, I'm good, thank you.
You sure?
Yeah.
But so what happens when the issues arise in the relationship?
Mix, man.
You got to set boundaries.
You have to.
Like I was even reading an article, they were saying, listen, I'm cool with you two kissing when I'm not around. But you can't have sex if I'm not around because that makes me feel uncomfortable.
As far as I'm concerned, you can't have those like parameters like that are a recipe for the end. Like it can't have those type of shackles if you're going to do that type of thing. At least as far as I'm thinking, because that's limit 1. There's bound to be subsequent ones that I'm not going to agree with, and if I'm abiding by one, I'm going to have to abide by them all. So if you can find 2 people who are willing to live under whatever rules you dictate, then mazel tov, more power to you. That's what you want.
Because I mean, technically, if two people do have sex when you're not around,
shit,
it's not cheating.
No, go ahead, bitches, have fun. I'm with all that. Was it hot and heavy? How was it? Good. Daddy's tired. I'm going to sleep. Y'all enjoy it.
I'm going to need you to record that next time for Dad.
Like, are you really having a problem? Like, no.
I think it would, though. You have fights and people start teaming up. I guess that's another thing you have to avoid. Like, you
an
can't
alliance.
Yeah, you can't have 2 people.
Because the one thing you don't want to do if you in a relationship with A, y'all bring in B, and then you and B have an alliance against A, like, the whole time you just wanted to bring another chicken so you can wipe her out. Like, if that's your intent, then you're going about it the wrong way.
Yeah, then they did it the wrong way.
Your idea is to just have all the women on you, loving you at the same
every
time.
orifice of your body, man. Of your body. You know what I'm saying? Waking up to this, man. It's just about king living. You know what I'm saying? But it's all right.
So you the third person in the relationship, right?
Yeah, man.
And you and your wife are like, you know what? I'm not really feeling this no more. Let's get rid of her.
Right.
Like, how cool? That's not cool.
No.
To the third person who might be feeling both of y'all. Like, yo, I'm loving this. Oh, now y'all dumping me? Y'all breaking up with me? Like, what?
I mean, it's all types of facets. You're right.
But then what happens if the wife don't want to get rid of her? Or what happens if the husband don't want to get rid of the third person?
Then we're going to have to talk about it.
You know what I mean? So
it's just another headache.
That's what I think.
I don't need. Damn that. Damn everything about that.
Might not be another headache.
Fight over who get to ride shotgun, who driving.
Listen, man, I got to argue with 2 motherfuckers about the remote. Like, for real, you want to watch? I don't want to watch neither one of these.
See, what you brothers have not recognizing this is that you have not put that third party through the proper preparation. You got to put that bitch through the ringer to make sure she is fit to be a part of this shit. Because if she not, then she out of here. You want to talk about it? Talk about it. How it's supposed to be. Pimping since been pimping.
If you want to talk about it, how it's supposed to be. Period. Teach him how to live. No, you wrong. Right, okay?
Because and that's the whole thing. So, you know, now I know look, I know he's joking.
Is he?
Also,
I don't know what makes you say that shit. He gonna say the same shit when his camera's off to us. Like, y'all know that's right.
give him the benefit of the doubt and say that the man is joking.
I will not.
But that's the whole thing. It's like they're not supposed to just be, the third person is supposed to just be some sexual accessory. They're actually supposed to be
a
an
part
equal.
of the situation.
Right, 33.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's where that comes into. Like, so that's what I mean. You're going to have somebody that, you know,
But see,
perfect.
to that point,
And they have children.
They're different versions
They're
because
doing too much.
you would
You
either
got the
have
criteria for that shit too. Like if you taking all that shit on, like no, if you're going to add it, each his own. Like
Right.
what you want to deal
But
with.
see, like, there's either going to be the 33 and the 33 ways, or there's going to be the 150, 25, 25.
Oh, and it's not always heterosexual because we've been putting that out there. No.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But I'm
We
just
just ain't
saying,
speaking on that shit. I'm speaking on what I'm about. What'll be going on over here with these niggas, all right? Fuck all that. I don't gotta think about none of that other shit. Moving on. We get them niggas enough props on this joint already.
He said it's enough for him.
You know what I'm saying? We getting ratings, motherfucker. We coming to
oh, man.
shit, man.
Yeah, okay.
They don't have to muzzle me. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It is what it is, man.
Well,
Coming
speaking
soon.
of
We from the underground, baby.
thruples and other freaky stuff,
You know what I'm saying?
Freaknic's coming back.
This shit don't get no better than this show. You hear this?
Coming back.
We went from the thrups to the motherfucking Nick. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking Nick. It's like, no, I'm just playing. I ain't never been to that shit. I heard about it. Personally, Freaknic for me here in Philly was the Greek. You dig the Greek picnic. And anybody know about that in the
And
90s?
as teenagers, when we would ride around, like the shit that we saw, we were like, ain't no way Freaknic better than this. This is like, oh my God. She don't even have no panties on top of that jeep. You don't see her going down Broad Street? Oh my God.
They shut it down.
Yeah.
They shut Freaknic down.
They had to shut it. I mean, because
it was just
it got more and more every year.
Yeah, it
So
was out of
if they
control.
never shut it down, by now we would be at the purge.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
And not only that, it was sad what was going on. Like, it got way out of hand, and young women was
People getting attacked and shit.
violated,
Yeah,
and all that shit was out of control.
Well, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I've seen women get stripped by in a crowd.
Yeah, dog.
I've seen dudes try to reach into a guy's car, and the guy in the car started shooting out the window at the crowd of people. I've seen crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. You know what I mean? So I understand why they got to shut it down, and I imagine they had the same issues with Freaknic in Atlanta. Now this time, Freaknic is
I
coming
remember
back.
one time some chick put her crotch up to the window and this guy looked like at the window.
Yeah, nuts.
Like just goddamn. No way he didn't.
Wait. The window was up.
Yeah, she put it down just enough for her to for it to be exposed.
Skin on skin?
Yeah. He had to come over with a sword. There's like no way.
That's disgusting.
Anyway.
But that's the kind of stuff that happens at Freaknic.
Yep.
And I can imagine the same kind of thing happens at Freaknic. But this time, Freaknic is going to be a 3-day music fest with like 40 acts, 10,000 people a day, which is going to be cool. It's going to be dope. But I was looking on Twitter. This is where I found it. And this woman, I forget her name, but she made a really good point. Freaknic, or the Greek, can never be the same again.
Yeah.
Because this is such a clout chasing generation that we live in. Everybody's going to be too busy being on their phones
Yeah. Everybody
enjoy
was
this
more
shit.
the debauchery than to enjoy it. Or to record somebody doing some wild shit just to play them, to post it somewhere to get the likes. You know, instead of actually enjoying and partaking and, really just being in the moment.
100.
Now,
That's the essence of our fucking era, you little fucks.
and it's not that people from our era didn't have video cameras
Oh no, yes.
to record
There
it.
were many.
But the difference is that there
was
were
like
any
one
sites
goal.
to go and upload the videos.
And not
for the
only
world
that,
to see.
Right. They
Now,
were video
enter the
recorded for us
hashtag.
homies.
No, that was it. That was for the squad. That was for the squad. No, that was for the
go
squad.
online.
They weren't going nowhere.
Kind of like the end of Hangover. Like,
Exactly.
you look at this shit one time or
Exactly.
that's how Greek was back when he was.
Yeah, that's what the
now,
squad.
you would just have to go, like, tweet hashtag Greek, and
Yeah.
you would see all the
all
shit
this
that we
crazy
saw
stuff.
up and down Broad Street.
And you
up and
even
down
gonna
South
see
Street.
freak shit just for clout.
Yeah.
You're gonna just be seeing chicks wilding out and setting up shit just for clout.
But those are going to be the ones who are just really about that kind of life. Mm-hmm. Now, the Greek and Freaknic, back in the day, I never went to Freaknic, just going to assume, based off of the Greek, people who typically didn't do that kind of stuff might wild out for the night, for the afternoon, based on the occasion alone. It's the Greek.
Yeah,
get wild.
absolutely.
You know absolutely.
And this was an eyes wide open type of event. Like, you just be like, after one thing you see, you just be like, whoa, what the fuck? I was out there with my cousins, like, they put us on to us. I was like, wow, what in the fuck is going on?
What was we, like 16 when we was out there with Slick?
I didn't go to the Platte.
No.
If you ain't make the Platte, you can't hit Broad Street.
That's what I did. I used to do Broad Street.
And we were all
in the city. You'll never see nothing like that again.
The Elantra, the small red on the head, and used to have the radio on the back seat. Yeah. We was going up and down South Street. Yeah, that first year, it was me, Ross, Slick, and Rick, and we went and. But yeah, we all saw the same shit.
Yeah. Because we used to go to Broad Street, South Street. Like that was
because the next year
I can never get to South Street, dog. I can only make it to the coast. Listen, because we started all the way up here. By the time you be stuck at area for a minute, then you stuck down north, then you stuck right there. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
that
just,
first year that I'm talking about. That's
like,
the one time we went to South Street. That was probably 90
Center City. If I was lucky,
96 is where I was driving, but. 97 on, I think we was just on Broad
Center
Street.
City, if you got lucky, dog.
Yeah,
like, you know
you was making on Broad Street like down the Temple
just got to the pull over.
Because shit would be blocked off. Yeah. Like you would get down to like by the time you got to Broad Spring Garden, there was like no way to get farther, and you would have to turn around.
And see, this was before '98. It wasn't really the cell phones yet, like that cats had. Like, you know what I'm saying? You had your pager. So
yeah, you was dealing with drugs heavy. You had a cell phone.
Yeah, I got one in '98 that blocked Harrison. I remember that, John, with the green background. But what you did was you had a pad and a pen, and you got it on in. You know what I'm saying? Let me get your number real quick. Let me get your number real quick. You know what I'm saying? Quick write downs. So bad that one Greek, I got my working at ShopRite, you know, working, you earning for yourself, so you buying your own shit. Had just brought me some fresh trees, man. Had the fresh Lacoste, sky blue John, you know what I mean? What?
Ready.
Hit me.
Wait, what kind of trees were they?
You know what I'm saying? The cornbread.
You knew there was cornbread.
This Broad Street.
They probably got ruined.
No, this Broad Street. No, get what I'm saying? I was fine, but I was drawn. I'm at a car that's not wilding, and somehow, some way, the tire went over my joint, over my foot. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, something had that.
You know what I mean? Tread mark right over that joint. Like, oh. I was already bent off a bottle and a half of pink Alizé. This is when they first dropped that joint. You get what I'm saying? I'm like,
your mistake is it's the 90s. You had the Greek. That's when you wear your black Reebok classics because it don't matter if they get scuffed up. People can't tell.
Or the mock fresh. The dope man.
You got to realize, once again, I wasn't in the park. I was in the street, so I didn't think about. I wasn't worried about nothing in the street. I was cool. I just had to draw
to be fresh.
You know what's crazy? Cornbread is higher now than they was when we was kids.
Well, they was expensive when we was
kids. Yeah, it was like 120.
Yeah,
but they're like 160 now. Like, I mean, I'm just saying they're higher. Like, goddamn, I should have bought like five of my size.
I can still sell them for a bean, though, like a bean 10 on the Izzy. You know what I mean?
You see, they be the drugs with the single tone sole though. You gotta make sure you get the double sole. Like,
we don't do nothing.
You got a hole punched in the tongue.
And you can never do. And you can never do the butt naked. We never do them jumps, dog. You know what I mean? At all. The no butt naked Timbs, baby. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, fam. They go right by you, joint like, ooh, butt naked.
You doing construction for real if you were.
You better be. You better be.
Yeah. If you rocking them on the street, they old and worn and dusty from the construction. Yeah. You wouldn't just buy them.
No, it's good money. That mean they've been worn in. Like that, I'm cool with that. Yeah.
But yeah, that's so Freaknic will be back. The Greek ain't coming back.
No,
I don't need to.
The Greek ain't coming back.
No, I don't. It
ain't gonna be the same. They'll have fun, but it ain't gonna be the same.
Listen,
you rarely saw somebody Greek. Like that shit, you might have saw 2 Kappas in 5 years of doing that shit. And everybody else was just chicks in lingerie and cats trying to see it and record it.
You know what I'm saying? hit the N.O.Bs after that, John, or something. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother
I was talking
solo
about
documentary.
N.O.B. like 2 weeks ago.
I'm gonna do a
And one of the young boys was looking at us like, huh?
I'm dead ass. I'm going to do a documentary on the N.O.Bs. I got you. Watch. The era, man.
Yeah.
One of the best shakies ever in Philadelphia history. 96, 2001.
It's just a door.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a door. You go in the
You know
door.
what I'm saying? Niggas know.
No, a regular door.
That's one of them. If you know, Jones, right
Yeah,
there.
no, you will walk past it if you didn't look for it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Right on the
That's
slide.
right in the middle of the block.
That's back when actually strippers had to look good. You had to have a protocol.
No, they didn't.
No, you're absolutely wrong. See,
You were looking at it through
No.
16, 17-year-old
No, I wasn't.
lenses,
No, I wasn't.
Yes,
No,
the fuck you were.
Let me
These
show
were
you.
your first exposures to strippers in the ass. It was like a whole new world.
Let me explain
These
something.
bitches was ugly.
No, it wasn't, because your ass wasn't the fuck in there. First of all,
I wasn't in there when you were.
No, you wasn't.
Okay.
You wasn't, nigga.
Okay.
I was going in there 16, 17. Your ass wasn't, nigga. I was. So I know. I had strippers. I was going to the club with my cousin. Fucking, what was it? It's on 5th and Luzerne. It's a church now. What the hell was it called? Dutch Gardens, nigga. I seen nothing but bad bitches when it came to strippers. Nigga, don't talk to me about that shit. I know.
Went to Dutch
You know
Gardens.
what I'm
I went there
saying?
too before I was 18.
So listen to what I'm telling you. And it was bad bitches in there. Period, nigga. Now, yeah. Period. Nigga, it's no need to be bad to me. Bitches that look like with some substance, not with.
And now they don't.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All right.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Last time I was in the strip club, you was in one, and we saw quality.
Get where I'm going with this.
Did we
It's
not?
Too different. No, because you always getting some shit confused. We're not talking about, you know what I'm saying, gentlemen's clubs and joints like that. We talking about shakies, slap asses. There's a difference, Tyree.
Okay.
All right. All right. All right. So
Steve.
I'm talking about the shakies, dog.
Okay.
When we talk about gentlemen's
This is
clubs
like
and
tier
strip
2.
clubs. All right. So they still had proper Jones in them Jones. All right. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I know. Nigga, you do a survey. Comment. There's plenty of freak niggas that's follow us. All right. Yeah, they'll let it be known. Period, man. Do a survey on 96 to 2001. That's all. After that, it's bullet wounds and scars after that, dog. And pregnancies and bitches being up there pregnant trying to strip and all that.
But you saying it wasn't then?
No, dog. Gotcha. What I'm telling you back then was it would be like 1 to 2 Jones, and they would be like the slimmest. Like, that's had to be your twist. Like, you know what I'm saying? You was like a real thin John,
Okay.
or like a super big John or something. It would be like
Couple outliers, everybody else in the middle.
That's all I'm telling you. Whereas though now the majority is that type of shit.
All outliers.
And you might got 2 or 3 alrights. You feel what I'm saying?
Wow.
For the shakes. That's all.
So
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to the shake to verify, so I'll take your word for it. Yeah, well, yeah, everybody stay tuned.
When the knob reigns supreme.
I like that. You want to co-produce?
Oh, man.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
We gotta find some historical footage of the N.O.B.
No.
If you gonna make it real, like, you gotta.
You probably be in it.
Right.
Oh, this is shit. Oh my God. The bitches.
You know what I mean?
That was really nice. Somebody ran over my cornbread.
This was the night. I was telling y'all shit
It's
happened.
crazy, cuz. Spent my whole shop right checking that joint, cuz.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Good times.
Yeah, man. It's the bars, man.
Is that
so it was
the
a
show
pleasure,
all
man.
over alarm?
No, that's my alarm to remind me to set my alarms.
There you go.
And that's the alarm
Yeah.
to let it be known
There's a man of dedication.
that the boys appreciate y'all. And we back
Always.
in the kitchen, man.
Yeah.
As always, man. We're going to start it with the good brother over here, man. Ty, you know what I'm saying, in the building all day long. Good brother Staff right here, holding it all day. And you know, loudmouth dickhead boy over here, sleeves. It's all love, though. You know what I'm saying? Dread in the background. That's what we do, the boss. Get ass.